Welcome to another MMA diary. Hello. This one's gonna be quick because it's Friday, June 17th, 2016, and I was waiting all day for Fedor Emelianenko to fight. Everything on Twitter, UFC Fight Pass, 1 hour till Fedor. It was like at, I don't know, 9 in the morning they tweeted that out. I'm like, alright, so it's gonna be a few fights before Fedor. I get done at 11:30. I should be able to catch Fedor live. So here I am waiting for the fight to happen so I could do my MMA diary with... No, I don't want to do that. So I could wait for the fight so I can comment on the fight. Turns out, no, there's like 1,000 fights on that card. So he just got done. I can talk about it. It's going to be very quick, though, because I got shit I need to do. And there's, like, Bellator fights, World Series of Fighting fights tonight I want to watch. Man, I did terrible. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's probably right. That's wrong. That's right. Who knows? Yeah, so the Fedor Emelianenko versus Fabio Maldonado fight. Fedor Emelianenko lost that fight, even though he won the fight. He got destroyed in the first round. He had Fabio Maldonado, I wouldn't say hurt in the first. He was just wailing away at him. Fabio did a good job of blocking all those shots. Then Fabio caught him. Fedor fell down, kind of like he fell down versus Dan Henderson. And Fedor was doing the Dan Henderson thing underneath the arm to the face. Fedor was out, almost out. He probably should have been stopped there. But the referee let it go, and Fedor's face looks like hamburger after that. It was pretty bad. Second round, Fedor probably won. And the third round, it's up in the air. But at the very least, it should have been a draw. Like 28-28. I would give 10-8 for Fabio Maldonado in the first. No questions asked. Yeah, I thought that... Honestly, I kind of had some sort of sneaking suspicion that Fedor would put Maldonado away quick in the first, and then they'd have some excuse so that Mark Hunt couldn't fight Brock Lesnar, and then they'd match up Brock Lesnar and Fedor Emelianenko, because it seems like Fedor wouldn't have that long of a shelf life in the UFC, and Brock Lesnar, supposedly this is a one and done type of deal. So you know, it seems like that one fight for Brock Lesnar, that seems like a good fight to make. Brock Lesnar versus Fedor Emelianenko at 200. Like, that's a really good fight to make. But Fedor, he got his ass kicked pretty much, and he's not going to be able to fight for a while, no less than a month from now. So that conspiracy theory is gone out the window. But let's get to the UFC Ontario card, or what is it? I think it's Ontario. Otherwise, yeah, it's Canada. That's all I know. So, it's a pretty decent card. The main event, Rory MacDonald versus Wonderboy Thompson, is a very hard fight to pick. I could easily see Thompson winning just as easily as MacDonald winning. But, you know, MacDonald's, he's got some extenuating... No, what's the word? Whatever. He's got reasons that he needs to win this fight. It's the last fight on his contract. He's having a baby. He wants to get paid, so he needs this win. And if he wants to stay in title contention, he needs to beat Wonderboy. And Wonderboy's on a really hot streak. He dismantled Johnny Hendricks not too long ago. And MacDonald hasn't fought in over a year, or almost a year now. July 15th, 2015 was July 11th, 2015 was his last fight. So he's almost a year off after that massive beating from Lawler. But I gotta say, I'm gonna pick MacDonald just because he has all those extra reasons that he needs to get this done. It's gonna be a hard fight to pick, and I seriously doubt that he's gonna get a sub, but I just think that he's gonna want to take him down. Like, I know that Wonderboy's got good takedown defense, and he's got amazing strikes to keep you at distance. But I just think that Rory's gonna be able to get it done. I'm just gonna pick Rory sub third. It's a hard fight to pick. Donald Cerrone versus Patrick Cote. I think it's at 170. I don't know why they don't have it on here. Probably because Cerrone's not a 170 pounder, maybe. I don't know. That's a really good fight too. Cote is a big dude. So Cote made his career at 185, and he's going down to 170. Cerrone's made his career at 155, going up to 170. So that's a big guy going up against a smaller guy. But I gotta go with Cerrone. I mean, like, I would not be surprised at all if Patrick Cote just wipes the floor with him. But I like Cerrone a lot, so I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with who I'm a fan of most. That's a really good fight though. Stephen Bosse versus Sean O'Connell. Stephen Bosse. But you know, both middle of the road guys. I'm gonna go with Bosse. But that's not an exciting fight. It's a good mid-level fight, but I'm gonna go Bosse by knockout. Olivier Aubin-Mercier versus some guy named Gote. I never heard of him. I've heard of OAM. OAM's got hype behind him, so he got beat pretty good in his last fight. I was kind of disappointed by it, but I'm gonna go with him. OAM. Ray Latourneau versus Joanne Calderwood. That's a good fight. 125 debut of the women's flyweight division, even though there's not an official division yet. Just based on Valerie's fight against Joanna Jacek, I gotta go with Valerie. Like, she just looked so, like, she got beat pretty good, but she has such heart. It was amazing. Ooh.
Thompson gets him in the block. Oh, good knee. Tying him up here in the clinch. Foot stomp. He lands a huge knee. Nice knees. Lands another vicious knee.
Elias Theodoro versus Smiling Sam Alvey. I'm gonna pick Sam Alvey there because, or I'm gonna pick Fedor. It's a good fight too. It could go either way, but Theodoro just has something about him that makes him look like he might be a real contender. Sam Alvey's awesome. I like him a lot. When Alvey won and he challenged Elias to a hair versus hair match, I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, did he snap that kick? There it is. Got the takedown.
You know me, I don't like being on the ground, but we'll see what it's like.
Side control. Nicely done. Back up.
I just want to get him down on the ground and make sure I can take him down, be able to submit him, at least try and submit him in the third. I hate having to go for submissions, but that's what I picked, so that's what we're going to go for. Randa Marcos versus Jacqueline Jones-Weinbarger. I don't know what the middle name is. I know it's Jacqueline something Weinbarger.
The huge head kick is blocked. Good leg
I'm gonna go with Randa Marcos. That's a good fight too. Randa Marcos, whatever, R-A-N-D-A. But I'm really excited for that fight. Like, the Fight Pass prelims are better than the FS2 prelims, really. It's kind of weird.
Side control here again. Under a minute on the clock here in round number 1. "45 seconds. Half guard. Wow, look at that. How good is that? That eye swell up so quick, Mike. You gotta wonder.
And then the first fight of the night, Ali Aglutinov versus Jean Herrera. That's a good fight. I like Ali Aglutinov a lot. He was my favorite flyweight fighter before he got popped for cheating. That really broke my heart when he fought Demetrius. I really thought he had stood a chance against Demetrius. Plus for EPO. Man, that sucked. And he got crushed also in the fight. But yeah, Aglutinov is one of my favorites, so I'm gonna go with him. The FS2 prelims, I didn't feature anything. They're really not that great. I mean, there's some decent names on there, but nothing that really makes me want to watch. You know, I'm gonna watch, but who knows? Maybe Fight of the Night's on there somewhere. I didn't think that Dun Young Kim versus Polo Reyes was gonna be any good, but you know, I was wrong there. Oops.
Joe, that's a solid leg kick by Thompson. And he pulls away.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Trying to get a single.
Grab the leg, completes the takedown.
He's got the full mount, Joe. Roll back. Big hammer kick. In the half guard. Full guard here. And an elbow. All over him on the ground.
Yeah, so it's a good card. I'm excited for it. The fight of the night I'm picking is the main event. I think that's one of the best fights I've put on in a long time. I'm really excited for it.
Body kick, look at that. Oh! Combination. Vicious shots to the body.
And if MacDonald loses, I really don't know. I think he might go to Bellator. That would be such a shame after he put on that good fight against Lawler. Oops.
Under 2 minutes now. Joey's used those body strikes very well in this fight. And now you can see the damage.
Yeah. I talked about that Fedor fight. I thought
he's able to slip the left.
Definitely got a gift from the Russian judges. Ooh, hello.
My goodness. He's in big, big, big trouble. Beautiful hook. Nice combination. Man. What a huge training.
Don't. Oh my goodness. Go figure. I'm going for submission. Okay, so let's just go through the news here quick. Yeah, like I already beat Fabio Maldonado. People weren't giving Fabio Maldonado a chance, which I thought was kind of weird, considering that, you know, Fedor is 39 and he has fought cans for the last how many years? So I was giving Fabio a chance, and I thought he won. I didn't think he was gonna necessarily dominate him like he did, but I foresaw that he could have basically knocked him out. I thought Fabio Maldonado dominated the first round, 10-8, no problem. Second round, yeah, Fedor. Third round, I don't know. But at worst, a draw. At worst. Some other news here. Let's just do this. Will Brooks signs with the UFC. He signs with the UFC, and he is going to replace James Krause to fight Ross Pearson on the Ultimate Fighter finale on July 8th, 2016. So, people freaking out. Brock Lesnar, he's exempt from a 4-month testing period. You guys, every new fighter that gets signed is exempt if their fights, you know, less. Like, look at this. Will Brooks signing up. He's only got a month to test. Less time than Brock Lesnar's had to test. And no one's going to make a big deal about Will Brooks not having a 4-month period. It's just, it's ridiculous. Come on, guys, calm down. But yeah, Will Brooks, great signing by the UFC. That's a good fight. Ross Pearson, Will Brooks, I mean, Will Brooks will definitely be able to show if he's legit or not. Ross Pearson's not some can. Ross Pearson's a tough dude. 2-2, I think, in his last 4 fights, but he beat, who did he beat? He beat someone pretty good. Chad Lepre, right? He beat Chad Lepre not too long ago. So yeah, I'm excited for that fight. Some more fight announcements here. There's a lot of them, so get ready. Charles Oliveira versus Anthony Pettis on August 27th. I thought they'd give Pettis someone sort of in the featherweight ranks, but they're just putting him right up there against a killer in Oliveira. So hopefully Pettis doesn't lose, because that would be what he lost to RDA, he lost to Eddie Alvarez, he lost to Edson Barbosa. That'd be 4 losses in a row. Another fight, Paul Felder versus Francisco Trinaldo. My boy Francisco Trinaldo, slated for some later events this year in UFC Brazil. It's a good fight. Trinaldo's a tough dude. I'd pick Trinaldo just out of the gates here, even though I like Felder a lot. Jorge Masvidal replaces Claudio Silva to fight Bahadurazada at UFC 201. I saw that name before. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but Masvidal, get yourself a win, man. You are such a good fighter. I want to see you start winning some more. Kawajiri. Okay, here's a whole bunch of fights that were announced for August 6th, 2016. I think that's the city card. Kawajiri versus Cub Swanson. That's a good fight. Court McGee versus Dominique Steele. That's a good fight. And Chris Camozzi versus Tali fight. I'm excited for all of those fights. That's a good card. Courtney Casey versus Christina Stanciu. I didn't write her name down very well. That's that July 13th card in South Dakota. I don't really know either of those fighters, but they announced it. Albert Taisimov versus Nick Lentz at UFC 203. That's a good fight. I'm going with Taisimov there. And then here we go. UFC Fight Night 93, that Hamburg, Germany card. We got Alexander Gustafsson making his return, fighting Jan Blachowicz. Good Gustafsson. He's been on a rough streak. You know, he lost that war to John Jones that I thought he kind of won, and then he lost in his home of Sweden to Rumble Johnson in just heartbreaking fashion. Then he lost another war to DC, Daniel Cormier. I didn't think he won that one, but it was definitely close. So now he's getting a lower ranked opponent. Hopefully he can put him away, make himself known. I really want him to start getting some wins. Also on that card is Nicholas Dalby, and they're not fighting, but they also signed Emil Meek, the man who just beat Husamar Palhares. He's going to make his debut there as well. That's exciting. So Bellator 160 is going to be on August 26th in Memphis. They're slating it for, or it could move to Los Angeles. But that seems like it'd be a good fight for good place for Rampage's last Bellator fight, if that is indeed his last fight in his hometown of Memphis. So keep an eye out for that if he gets past Ishii, guy he's fighting at Dynamite 2. World Series of Fighting and Bellator are both on tonight, Friday, June 17th. World Series of Fighting, they're both pretty solid cards, I guess. Brandon Hazley's going to be fighting for Bellator after his debacles recently. Dantas versus, I forget the other guy's name. Whatever. That's the Bellator main event. Then there's also World Series heavyweight. Copeland's going to take on that Russian beast, and Phil Dawes is making his debut in World Series of Fighting, as well as what's that guy's name? Palomino. He's going to be fighting. And yeah, they're both pretty solid cards. I'm going to be DVRing both of them. Some other news: the UFC sale is impending. There's 2 people bidding in the $4.1 billion range. It's probably quick here, I'm assuming. That was a bus in the background. So hopefully we'll see what happens. I mean, it'd be kind of weird to see UFC in someone else's hands. So we're getting to the fight week right here. Fight week is MacDonald versus Robbie Lawler, UFC 189, July 11, 2015. In honor of MacDonald's next fight, we're going to witness that war that he was in almost a year ago. And that was one of the best fights I've ever seen. That was the co-main event to McGregor versus Chad Mendes. That was an amazing night of fights. That they debuted that graphic on the mat, projected onto the mat. That was cool. The whole thing, that they had their walkout songs for Conor McGregor and Chad Mendes perform live. That like how they, you know, how in EA games they do the whole cinematic introduction. Like for Madden, they'll do Super Bowl. For the NBA, they'll do the finals. That MacDonald versus Lawler fight was the introduction to this EA UFC 2. Yeah, I thought Fedor got a gift victory there, and he might still come to the UFC since he's coming off a victory. He looked really bad. He looked really bad. I don't know if the UFC is gonna even. I don't know. It's almost just a formality at this point, just to get him in there once, you know. But we'll see what happens. I'm not on my breath. Every time Fedor gets close to signing with the UFC, it falls apart anyways. So, yeah, that's about it. I'll be back next week with a recap of UFC Fight Night. Ottawa. I do believe it's Ottawa. And maybe we'll talk about what happened in the World Series of Fighting and Bellator as well. And then there is no fight next weekend. I think no fight next weekend, so we're just going to do a recap show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. MacDonald's got his head hurt, which is strange. But you're not going to be able to see the end of this fight because I am going to quit this video. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to go out. So talk to you next time. Peace.
Here's a perfect kick to the body.